In this recap, we are driving through the White House. Several events have taken place after the November 5 election, in which Donald Trump emerged victorious. He is taking the Oval Office on January 20th, 2025. Trump has been talking about policies to implement in his government. Let's look at some of them. But first, let's dive into the DOJ's dismissal of election interference charges against him. Special Counsel Jack Smith filed a motion to dismiss all charges against Donald Trump in the election interference case, citing constitutional barriers to prosecuting a sitting president. The decision came as Trump prepares for his upcoming inauguration following the November 5, 2024 election. The motion aligns with the Department of Justice stance and advice from the Office of Legal Counsel, arguing that prosecuting a president, even if elected during an ongoing trial, is unconstitutional. In his response, Trump Communication Director Stephen Chung issued a statement celebrating the decision. He said, "Today's decision by the DOJ ended the unconstitutional federal cases against President Trump and was a major victory for the rule of law. The American people and President Trump want an immediate end to political weaponization of our justice system, and we look forward to uniting our country." The cases initially brought in 2023 by Jack Smith included charges of conspiracy to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 election victory and the illegal retention of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. Smith's motion stresses that the dismissal is based purely on constitutional grounds and does not reflect the gravity of the charges or the strength of the evidence. Despite the dismissal, the decision raises important questions about the accountability of high-ranking officials. As Trump prepares for his inauguration on January 20th, questions about the limit of legal prosecution for sitting president continue to linger. Trump proposes a tariff plan. President-elect Donald Trump unveiled plans to impose significant tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China, starting on his first day in office. Trump intends to levy a 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico to tackle illegal immigration and drug trafficking, insisting both countries take action to resolve this issue. He also announced a 10% tariff on Chinese imports, aiming to curb the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. This move builds on Trump's America First approach, which previously led to trade wars and tariffs during his first term. However, it raises questions. Is this a strategic step to protect U.S. jobs, or is it the beginning of another global trade conflict? The outcome could reshape trade dynamics, either bolstering U.S. economic interest or creating significant international tensions. Trump's 100% tariff threat on BRICS import. President-elect Donald Trump has made waves with his announcement of a potential 100% tariff on all imports from BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This move comes as the BRICS blocs explores alternatives to the US dollar, including the creation of a new gold-backed currency to challenge the dollar dominance in global trade. Trump's threat was made clear in a Truth Social post where he warned that any country in the BRICS coalition attempting to undermine the US dollar would face severe economic consequences. "Not on my watch," Trump declared, vowing to prevent any such moves by imposing the steep tariff, adding that countries attempting to bypass the dollar would be cut off from the US economy. Donald Trump also plans to reinstate transgender military ban. President-elect Donald Trump announced plans to reinstate the ban on transgender individuals serving in the U.S. military, a move that echoes his 2017 policy, which prohibited transgender people from joining the armed forces. The new proposal, however, goes further, suggesting the medical discharge of all active transgender service members, deeming them unfit to serve. This plan has sparked controversy, with critics arguing that it discriminates against patriotic Americans willing to serve and undermines the military's inclusivity. Despite the pushback, Trump defends the policy as necessary for military readiness and cost savings, though studies show little impact on military operations or budgets. Trump's transition spokeswoman, Caroline Leavitt, has denied any official decision, stating that speculation about the policy is premature. His Secretary of Defense nominee, Pete Hegseth, has also voiced opposition, not just transgender service members, but to women in combat roles, claiming that woke policies degrade the military. This proposed move stands to reignite debate over military inclusivity and the treatment of LGBTQ+ individuals, raising questions about the future of transgender rights within the armed forces. Trump and Biden met for the first time after contentious 2024 election. On November 13, 2024, President-elect Donald Trump visited the White House for a nearly 2-hour meeting with President Joe Biden, marking their first face-to-face encounter since the heated 2024 presidential election. The meeting comes after years of tension, including Trump's refusal to accept the results of the 2020 election and his absence from Biden's inauguration, a break from tradition not seen since 1869. During their meeting in the Oval Office, Trump appeared comfortable, a stark contrast to his nervous demeanor in similar situation years earlier. Despite their political differences, Trump assured Biden of a smooth transition of power, signaling a more cooperative tone compared to the previous transition in 2021, which had been fraught with challenges. Biden, while agreeing to facilitate a smooth transition, described Trump as a threat to democracy. The two discussed major issues where they hold stark differences, such as ongoing war in Ukraine and the conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. The meeting, while brief, reflected a cautious optimism with both leaders, acknowledging the importance of stability in government despite their opposing views. Trump's visit, marking a significant political return, has raised questions about the future of U.S. politics, whether it signals a shift toward cooperation or highlights the continued division. Trump has made it obvious that his second term in office will not be a joke. The whole world looks on to see if Trump's reforms will reset current happenings in the Middle East and in parts of Europe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more global stories on TNG.